HeKate's Crossing. Okay, so I got the Shaman's Oracle in, right? Which I'm still starting to work with. Okay, so haven't really explored it yet, haven't done a lot with it. Just wanted to sort of start looking at different ways that I could use it. So the first thing I thought of is, you've seen the spread that I did with the layout in regards to the book that came with it. Now the next thing I want to do, just shuffle the cards slightly. Now I want to pull out the journey cards, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep flipping. Yeah, I'm just going to flip here until I find the Journeyman card. I'm just going to go through and flip. I'm going to show you something in a minute. Journey and the Companion cards are the two cards that I want, right? I'm going through, I'm just showing you something what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got the Companion card. Okay, now the one before the Companion card is the Hunter of Gifts. And then the Journey card, which is straight after it, is the Spirit of Family. So we look at myself. Okay, so something to do with me. Something to do with me. Let's have a look. Something to do with my journey. It's the card that talks about me. Okay, so let's understand a little bit more about the journeyman, or the journeyer, should I say. Okay, I am the journeyer. I accompany you on every journey you take in search of answers. I fly into the realm of spirit and encounter the beings who dwell there, the ancestors of all people, and the guardians of our inherited wisdom and knowledge. I am the one who conducts you between the worlds, through the cave of inspiration, taking you on journeys to find guidance for all that you seek. Often I am silent, but when requested, I can bring my wide knowledge of journeying to bear on your question. The journeyer. This card represents you. Okay, the seeker. When you consult the Shaman's Oracle, it is always drawn from the deck at the beginning of a reading, along with a companion to accompany you on your search for answers. The winged being represents the journeyer, making his or her ecstatic, or makes them, I should say, makes them ecstatic flight between the worlds. And at the being's side is a bag containing their mysterious artifacts, stories, pieces of fur, bones, herbs, and other shamanic objects that help with the crossing from one reality to the other. Light blazes from the being's head, symbolizing the moment when the journeyer's spirit crosses the divide between the worlds and returns with wisdom from the spirits that hovered just beyond normal human perception. Okay, now the companion. Okay, listen to it. I am the companion of your journeying. I set your feet upon the path between the worlds and helps to steer your course to the place where both may be found. I am both guide and guardian, making sure you do not stray too far from the path or visit those who may be unfriendly or unwilling to help. Fly remaining at my side, you will find truth and guidance from the spirits. Think of me always as your friend, one who shares in your search for truth. and walks at your side whenever the journey may take you. The companion is an important and powerful ally of the seeker. They act as your spiritual guide and supporter and will offer unconditional help whenever you may need it. This detail of cave art shows two hands that contain and protect the spirit of the companion, which rises from a zigzag line of energy. It is this energy that binds the world of spirit and the world of humans together and allows the door between them to open. The companion forms a bridge between these worlds, allowing the journeyer to enter in search of help from the spirits. Shamans past and present work with helpers of this kind, beings like the companion who become close friends and allies in the task of journeying between the worlds. So if we look at the journeyer, and it talks about the spirit of family. So let's have a look at what it says about the spirit of family. Okay, spirit of family, let's just the key words. Talks about resolution in time of conflicts, seeking the support of family members, relatives lost and found, sense of community, and importance of the spiritual family. Now for me, I feel like it's definitely about support of family members, definitely support of family. At this time, it definitely feels like I've got that and that connection with everything that's going on. And then we've got the Hunter of Gifts. Let's see what it says about the Hunter of Gifts. So the Hunter of Gifts, that's the key words. Inner gifts, recognising our skill and values. So even I think with connecting with the family, it's all about, you know, with my daughter and with what's going on there, I think a lot of it is to do with that. It does feel like my gifts, my own skills and abilities are going to help with this. It's about my truth in the situation and what's actually going on. So I feel that's really appropriate with what we're doing at the moment with my daughter. So let's have a look and see if we have any more information in regards to this situation. So let me pull an oracle card. Yeah, and I'm talking Hunter of Vision. So this to me is about seeing what lies ahead. Now what I'm going to do is I actually want to use the Primordial Tarot with it. Now this has been a deck I've been using for self-exploration. Nothing more than that. I haven't used it for clients or anything like that. This is a deck that I've been using for self-exploration. Again, I've edged it in black for myself. So we're talking about what do I see looking ahead? You know, what is my vision? So let's have a look at the tarot. So I've looked at those there. So we're looking at family and we're looking at my skills and my abilities to move that forward on that journey. That's what my companion and myself is. Definitely there. It's about looking towards the future. It's about looking towards the possibilities. What do I see? The dreams and goals. So let's have a look and see what tarot cards actually come out in this. Okay, let's choose 3. Okay, the first card is the Shaman card, which is interesting. Very interesting card to pull out. Next one we have is the Birth of Nature. I think that's wrong. Interesting. This to me feels like cutting away. Remind me of the side cutting away. So it feels like something's being cut away to make way for something new. And here we have new beginnings. We have the Fool. So there definitely feels like there's full of laughter, full of joy, definitely is a birth of something new. So here we have this sense of traditional aspects within our own spirituality, maybe our connection to the spirit realm, our connection to the other worlds. And what are we actually cutting away, we're leaving behind? So we have the new beginnings. It's interesting. Okay, so truly interesting with what we're seeing lying ahead for family and vision. So let's pull another 3 cards here. Here we have the grandmother, if you like, the high mother, should I say, that connection to source in a way, connection to the ancient knowledge. So it's again, I'm getting a lot about skills and abilities, about my own talents, the way that I can help to move this head in many ways. And I'm not talking just about my teachings, but this is more about my motherhood connection as well. Even though I know this is like would be the high priestess in a traditional tarot deck. This to me is very much about that knowledge of being a mother as well, that ancient knowledge of being a mother. So here we have the man of nature, which is interesting. So we have this sort of sense of logical and practical aspect of experiences of life. And we have the man, so being very assertive. So I feel like this new beginning sort of does talk about a sense of new beginnings, does talk about a sense of being slightly, or someone is going to be aggressive in this process, or maybe a sense of new beginnings brings me a sense of being slight, maybe I need to be wary that I'm not too aggressive in what's going on as well. It could be this warning for me just to be careful not to be too aggressive in my approach to what's going on, especially with my daughter and with what's going on there. I feel a lot of it is seeing what I'm able to do, but just have that balance, trying not to be too, could be a part of it as well. And that ancient knowledge of me being a mother, that gentleness, that kindness sort of aspect of it, that connection to my skills, my abilities, and all that sort of stuff coming through. There could be that sense of making sure that I'm not too over aggressive in the situation. Is that sense of being there but not too much. So yeah, that sort of speaks quite well. So what an interesting way that these cards look when laid out together. So I feel like there'll be lots of ways that these cards could be used together in spreads. I think we've always got to have the companion and the journey cards there, but really I think together you could try many ways of doing this. You could do 2 cards in the center here, and so you have this sense of here you could do a medicine wheel spread of some sort. And so, so you look at each card. Here you've got this sense of this is the mother. So this is the creative energy, the creative force, this gentleness that's coming into play here. So a sense of being quite gentle with what's actually going on. Here you have this sense of, again, we've got the birth of the soul coming in. So here we've got this sense of surrendering to what's actually going on for you as well. So there is that sense of gentle strength to endure what's coming up, and there is that sense of needing to surrender to it too much. You know, again, you're not being too. But here we have the era of blood. Era of blood to me is this person who's very much again, we've got this whole sense of being determined, walking in the direction you actually want to walk in, having that experience of life, that vitality, that energy. And you've got the Chariot, which is the sense of innovation, this inventiveness to progress. So there's definitely a progress coming up in this journey, which is interesting. So now that we've looked at the tarot, let's have a look and see what comes into as we look at this creative force, this birth of soul, the era of blood, and the Chariot. Let's have a look and see what oracle cards come up with each of these. So we're going to choose 4. So the first one is Dancer of Joy. So this birthing, this creative energy coming into play, this creative force, it is about, for me, about having some fun with the process, making sure you've got that joy, that happiness about the whole situation. Here we've got the sense of surrendering to the process, and again, it's about surrendering to the family, allowing things to sort of go with the flow a little bit, not being too aggressive with it, just being able to allow things to be. Here we've got this will and this determination, this focus, which seems quite important, and it does talk about tradition. So it does talk about things being, you know, in a traditional way, maybe in how you're being brought up, a little bit about how you react to the situation is what I'm getting there. So we have this progression, this progress going on, and we have Dance or Promise. So it's about promising, you know, being able to progress by the promises that you've actually kept during this process as well. So I think that's really important. So this could be another way that you could use these cards as well, using the Primordial Tarot and the Shaman Oracle. But you could do this with any mixture of tarot and oracle deck. I think this is a really simple way to sort of expand yourself to be able to be used sort of in a understanding way. You could read them, you know, reading them together in this way. Anyway, just a really quick process. We're using the Shaman's Oracle with the Primordial Tarot. So don't forget to check the links below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessings.